is Nate back, or is he still?
I've been here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear you come back. All right. Excuse me. All right. Since everybody's here, who would like to recap last session? Even though, like, you know, a lot of stuff happened, but also not a lot of stuff happened. So.
We found out that the doc is definitely not a serial killer.
That I think is still up in the air.
There is no gun behind my back. He is not a serial killer.
We went
Yeah, checks out.
We bonded over clothes.
Oh yeah, Doc got new drip.
Mm-hmm.
I was nosy, as per the usual.
Of course.
Oh wait, fuck! I never actually said what stuff I learned from Myiari.
Oh yeah, you didn't pick your alchemical formulas. Yeah, you picked your base ones, right?
Yeah, I think I wrote down I wrote down all of them. I'm just gonna DM you the full list real quick.
Yeah, sure, no problem. And I think in the downtime period, you managed to learn 3 new ones from her. Yeah. So she has, like, I think all the common ones and a couple of uncommon ones. Mainly, like, the, I think, Frost Step Elixir, which is kind of weird in a desert, but whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened last time. So, yeah, you guys can all give yourself hero points. Also, sidebar. Qminos is snooping. I kind of can't help but think that Qminos is the kind of character in RPGs who just, like, goes through everything. It's like, oh, here's a chest, let's open it up. Like, take, you know, yoink what's inside, or, you know, go through bookshelves, people's belongings, and...
oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. It's like the standard RPG character behavior, just going through everything.
Breaks vase. What's in here?
We need to make sure we don't leave him in charge of the decisions, because he's going to try and ace every side quest before we can actually do anything.
That's fine. He just read the guide before he started playing. It's all right.
Well, that worked.
Or it, like the kind of player where, like, oh, you collect books in game and then you read all of the lore before you move on with the story.
Wow.
Well, that one also checks.
I was gonna dare you to write up a bunch of, Google Docs or whatever with all the lore in it, and then I realized a moment later this woman had a book published. I should not make jokes about this.
Also, Car has to remember. I actually did write a book in game too.
Remember the book? Of course, I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, I wrote an entire book in character in game, and it was like pages and pages of information. I didn't have to do it. It took so much time. I still have the document sitting around somewhere, which I never got around to finishing. But yeah, no, don't ever dare me to do anything like that, because I can and I will.
Oh, this must be so awful for me.
This is what happens when you get like a little obsessive, like with one particular topic. Just write things for days. Anyway.
You're funny.
Anyway, yeah, you guys may give yourselves hero points. I think most of you are...
Full.
Yeah, you guys need to spend those at some point.
Well, why don't you give us an opportunity to?
We are sort of in downtime right now. There's not much to spend our hero points on.
I do a backflip.
Well, let's see here. Alright, so, is the time ticking? Yeah, it is, okay. So, 1800, that is, I think, 6 p.m. So... yeah. I think Myiari stormed off, so...
Yes, we had trauma dumped again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Carhas, you weren't here for this. so...
I wasn't.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned it to you, so...
Why are you upsetting the only person in town Duncan actually knows again?
That was on me.
Like, at some point she's gonna get tired of it.
I mean, you're the first one to drop all that on her. Hmm.
Uh-oh. Oop. Oh, you guys still there or no?
Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
here.
Oh, sorry, you
Now
guys.
it's just immeasurable.
Yeah, no, you guys went quiet for a little bit. I was worried I
It's-
disconnected.
Yeah, no, I muted because I was grabbing my breakfast.
I'm here, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So, sorry, I'm just looking at my plate right now, and this is a sad-looking breakfast right now. It's 3 potatoes. There's gonna be more to it. Just right now, that's all
Is
on
it
the plate.
just potato?
Just 3 unpeeled potatoes.
Are they steamed?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you're just gonna eat a raw potato? Okay.
No.
Anyway, yeah, you guys are free to move around and do whatever.
Okay. I don't
Alright,
remember what I
this
was
is-
doing.
But yeah, Myiari stormed off.
Was
Yari
that
is committing an act of
to-
alcoholism.
Yeah.
Was that to the kitchen or just like, you know?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fun.
before she left, she asked if you have any alcohol here, so.
That was a good talk.
If she hasn't stormed off too violently, I guess I can go check up on her again. Because some people keep upsetting this woman. I don't know why.
Couldn't be me. Didn't do it.
Out of character, I blame Trey.
Wait, Ash, where are you going?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just
I feel like I know exactly when you should start worrying about it, to be honest with you.
Alright, he's gonna clean the car.
okay. Like, oh, well, that just happened goes to obsessively clean the car.
Mm-hmm.
Saturdays are made for dead.
And that's cars.
Alright, what are the rest of you gonna do right now?
Or
I guess I'll check up on Myiari again. Because, to be fair, flesh abomination news isn't fun or anything.
yes,
Allegedly.
definitely.
Come on, what's so bad about being a flesh abomination?
I think it's in the name.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
so
in the
you
name.
still have your flesh.
Abominated.
Oh yes, the abominable snowman, my favorite.
Nice.
The abominable flesh?
I am an abominable flesh snowman.
So I
I
noticed that
only just realized that abominable and abomination have like the same root.
there's a step thing here
There's a step thing, what?
next to the garage.
Oh,
Like for stairs.
yeah, there is.
I climb. Oh, it's the window.
It's the secret room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense. I go back
Yeah.
upstairs.
the stairs. Yeah, they go up to like the windows in the I guess attic area. So that's where that goes.
Convenient.
Yeah, Doc's probably gonna wait till like Myiari's calmed down at least a little bit before going to talk a bit more about things.
I can't believe you've done this.
Ah, fuck.
Were you in here? I don't think you were in here. Oh no, you're right there. I'm the robot.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
We'll scrub Doc's seat a little bit more.
Okay.
He got new clothes. He ain't that dirty.
He didn't have new clothes when he first got into the car.
True. That's true.
It's not
I
like
guess.
it's not like Doc leaves a slime trail everywhere he goes like a slug.
We don't know that.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Just found out this man's a walking pile of flesh. I don't want that in this car.
Gonna invest in a new air freshener tomorrow.
But if you think about it, everyone's a walking pile of flesh.
Yeah, but you're made up of different piles of flesh.
Not everyone is jelly, unfortunately.
I think Crew's plan is just to check up on Myiari later when she's not currently pissed off, and is instead gonna spend a bit of time starting work on. Oh, he doesn't have the formula yet, so I'm gonna say starting work on making the formula for the Shobad long rifle.
Actually, I have the item for it. Hang on. It's not the long rifle. I actually have a pistol version of that somewhere. Hang on, let me.
Oh, that would be very useful.
Where is it?
The Shobad short pistol.
It'd be
That sounds like it's such a weird name.
this thing. Oh my god, why is it not sending? I'm trying to find it. No, come on, send it, please, please. No, okay. Actually, no. I think I have a way I can. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in your inventory, and then I'm gonna click it and see if it actually puts it into chat. Oh yeah, no. Because the Shobad long rifle, it's pretty much just a silenced sniper rifle. And that's what I have it listed as right now. But I made a pistol version because apparently adding, a silencer to a pistol doesn't break anything. So where did I put it now? Just looking at it. Okay, there we go. There you go.
There it
That's what
is.
it is. Also, I should note it is a suppressor, not a silencer.
Funny.
Oh man, you mean I can't go around like the fucking John Wick movie shooting in a public crowd and no one notices?
Okay, I like the John Wick movies, but it really stretches it.
I mean,
yeah.
it's a movie about one guy taking out like what, hundreds of people. Of course, there's gonna be a bit of a stretch.
But yeah, anyway, so the difference between like the silenced stuff or suppressed firearms versus like for example the golden silencers. So the normal item, so the Shobad long rifle and then like this custom pistol that I made up for you, it'll quiet your shots, but it won't completely dampen all noise. So like if there's walls in between you or something else, yeah, noise will be reduced significantly and chances are like people in another room won't hear it. But if they're like standing 20 feet away, 30 feet away in an open space, they'll still probably hear it. Or an enclosed space, where sound can be amplified. Yeah, no, they'll still hear it. But not as noticeable. It's a little bit easier to conceal your activities with them while they're suppressed. Now, the golden silenced stuff. So I think there's golden ammunition, and then there's the golden silencers. Those actually cast the silence spell, both on the weapon itself and then the target that you hit. So those are higher level. I don't think you get access to those until like around level 6.
That is really useful. You can
Yeah.
shoot a spellcaster and then he can't actually use any verbal components.
Yeah, that's why the golden silencers are very good.
Yes.
And they're also one-time uses, unfortunately, because they're talisman.
Yeah, the golden silencers are one-time use. The ammunition, you can just load a magazine full of them and do that. But the ammo's very expensive.
Nice.
But
That's just something a poor person would say.
But yeah, no, the silenced pistol, yeah, like the pistol and rifle, you can make that easily enough. Like they're integrated into the weapons. Or like you can make it like a removable attachment, but I'd have to actually turn it into an item, and like, you can remove it like with an interact or something. So
What was the ammunition you said?
I think it's silenced ammunition, or is it golden ammo?
Yeah,
I forget.
It's definitely not golden.
I think
ammunition,
silence
but the
shot.
Golden case bullets are ones that can curve.
Yeah, the golden case bullets are the ones that curve, which is weird. I think it's silence shot. That's the ammo. I don't know if it's for pistols or if it's like slings.
Silencing shot, and it doesn't specify what ammo it is, so I think it can be technically any ammo.
Actually, there's silencing ammunition. Yeah, there it is. That's it. Oh, it's item
there's
level
silencing
9.
Shot there's silencing shot and silencing ammunition.
Yeah, so those things exist, but they are highly regulated or illegal. So
Texada has illegal guns.
Not illegal gun, illegal bullets.
Texada has illegal bullets.
it's like how poisoning your stuff is probably really kind of sketchy. You can do it, just don't get caught doing it. Cause yeah, you'll probably get charged or something.
This is not what the Constitution said, madam.
Hey, this is Sheridan, not like the United States.
Same thing.
I mean, what else would the S in the US stand for?
Anyway, yeah, so Croux, yeah, you can get started trying to make the pistol. So you can actually get started on your crafting checks. I think there's actually in your sheet, if I can find it. I think there's like a thing for actually crafting on your sheet. Yeah, the crafting tab. Oh, hang on, I have to add it to your.
Yeah.
1 second. Boop.
So if I remember right, I think I only need to make the check after the 4 days are complete.
Yeah, so you can spend the 4 days trying to come up with the formula for it. I just put it in your sheet, that way, you know, it's there when you've managed to figure it out. But yeah, you can craft it afterwards. If you succeed in your check.
She's not in the pantry, is she?
Oh, you're looking for Myiari?
Nope, not there. Well, that's good to know.
She up and disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
there
in
she
the back.
is.
Ignore.
I was already here by the time she sat down. I'm not ignoring her.
Yeah, Croux, you're in the greenhouse, Croux, so it's glass walls. You can see her. she's over here.
Yeah, okay. There is no way. This isn't me. This isn't me in character trying to avoid Myiari. This is me above game, because I want to get to work on my gun. But Croux is unfortunately a good person, so he's gonna not
Yeah.
just walk past.
Yeah, you see her throwing rocks into the fountain.
Walks by, gets hit with rock directly in head, instantly falls.
Dies.
Instantly.
I mean, actually, you know what? Roll me a reflex save.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I wouldn't walk through the fucking line of fire.
Why not?
Actually, what do you do when you see her? Do you walk up to her, or wait until she's done throwing, or like what do you do?
How big are the rocks that she's throwing?
They're pebbles.
This is not me scrounging for more time to think.
Stop being a pansy.
Yeah, they're like pebble size, like like hardly bigger than a quarter. Not big. Do you just like stand there?
No, Croux would do something, it's just unfortunately for it, doesn't know what the fuck to do. I love cognitive dissonance, that's not the word. I use big word wrong. Hey, what's the rest of the group doing?
We'll get back to you.
The rest
Yeah,
of the group is telling you not to be a pansy. From very far away, clearly.
Yeah.
Listen, I got up out of bed like, oh shit, it's been 45 minutes. I can't use that as an excuse. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I need that to think. There, that's
Eat
my
your
excuse.
potatoes. He's gonna stand there. I got you.
No, I'm gonna do.
Anyway, all right, I'll throw you a bone for it.
Okay.
So
I'll come up with something soon. It's just, yeah.
anyway, yeah, no, she sees you standing there.
Damn it, I muted so I could get to work on the fucking side salad for my breakfast.
Yeah, so Myiari sees you standing there, Croux. She stops hurling rocks into the fountain, stares at you. What do you want?
Well, I would ask how you're holding up, but looks at the small pile of pebbles that has formed in the fountain. I don't think I really need to ask.
I appreciate the concern, but I'm not really in the mood for talking right now.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
Ask
hope
me in
you
a
had-
little while and my answer might be different. Just right now, I don't feel like talking to anyone.
Yeah. Alright. Good luck. And just gonna walk. Well, talking with woman failed. Time to get to work. We on that grind. We on that hustle. We make gun. We make bullet.
Sigma grind set.
Sigma
Like she
grind
continues,
set. No sleep. Only how build gun.
she continues throwing rocks into the mountain.
You know what? While Croux is doing that, mate, is just gonna roll in a sit next, sort of sit, roll, stand next to her. Make
that
some of his
beep.
own decisions now.
Ash, like while you were working in the greenhouse, yeah. If you peek over there, you'll notice that her mood does seem to improve a little bit when she notices mate there.
Yeah. Croux is definitely just like a checking fairly often. Doesn't get that much started on the formula. Just like partially because like, is it really like? Should I really just get to work now, like while she's still right there? But
You can. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think she really cares.
yeah, no, that's his internal monologue. But yeah, would like start at least somewhat, and oh shit,
Alright,
drop the
so,
Mandarin.
alright, so Croux can get started on crafting stuff, so that'll take you a bit. Alright, what about the rest of you guys?
Doc and Trey are just pretty much like staring at each other. He's just thinking like, could have at least waited.
Hey, the sooner you get this shit sorted out, the better. Cause,
Like she's got to.
your group is kinda secretive and it's been irritating the shit out of me.
I get that. I know.
Cause remember what happened with the red-headed pretty boy back in the labs? Oh no, he wasn't there for that. No, yeah,
No,
he
he was
wasn't.
not.
Yeah, no, he was not, no. Never mind, scratch that.
That's funny.
That's my bad, I forgot he wasn't there for that.
It was the next episode. Moving
Yeah,
on.
he showed up after that.
I mean, I've known her for a bit, and she's acted like this sometimes when I've got myself into trouble, but never this bad.
I mean, if you've known her for that long, shouldn't you have said something?
Yeah, it's usually just a good idea to wait a tiny bit, and then I'll go talk to her later. I probably have a lot to say about it.
Alright then, if she's your friend, you know her better. But, I don't know, if she's gonna be sticking around or helping you guys out all that much, it's best to be as open as comfortably possible in regards to whatever things you guys are involved in.
Yeah, we certainly got ourselves in quite the situation. I'll keep that in mind.
Believe me, I know what it's like to keep secrets from a friend.
I have
You know.
friends.
Yeah, more than you. Got him.
Well, they're dead, just like him.
I was gonna say, Ash's friends are dead.
Listen. No PvP. It's not legal. Don't do that. You just almost murdered him.
Then who died then? Skill
Yeah.
issue on both his and their part.
I will murk you in your sleep.
You think I'm gonna be sleeping?
It's either that or you get fatigued.
You think I'm not gonna be taking the fatigue?
He takes fatigue all day, every day.
better.
But yeah, Doc looks over to Kaminos and what's Kaminos doing right now?
He is continuing to read the book that he was reading previously. That whole thing happened, and he was just like, well, that happened. And he kept reading.
Go back to reading.
Well,
Again,
that
that's
just
tough.
happened.
Q-Minos, ever unflappable.
Well, again, that was like the first thing, because he was like, oh, I thought this was kind of like
Obvious.
things people piece together from like context clues to this point.
It's like, wait, you guys didn't realize it? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Seeing Doc walk over, though, he does glance back up, which is very hard to perceive because he glances with his eyes, and you don't see those. It looks like he's
Yes.
just still reading, but he is looking at him now.
Have you been reading all day?
Not precisely, no. Some of the day, to be sure, but not all of it.
Alright. What do you think the material here?
It is certainly interesting, and it also does lead me to believe that someone that owns this residence is very particular about seeking vengeance for a particular accident that occurred here several years ago.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, right. I have something that may interest you.
And what precisely might that be?
He goes through his pockets and he pulls out a big old book and plops it on the table. I don't know if you saw this yet, but Oliver picked it out the lab and I guess just brought it with him and gave it to me sometime. Because I don't know, he probably didn't know what to do with it, but maybe this will be more useful for you.
I mean, I can certainly take a look. I don't know what the contents are. He would then close the book that he's currently reading about, like, all the occult stuff, and slide it off to the side, and then reach over and slide the other one over across to him, and like open up the front page of it.
It is Project Divinity.
Alright. Okay, so that's what you're showing him? Alright. So, Doc knows what's in it already, right? He flipped through it?
Yeah, he flipped through it, but I don't think Kaminos has flipped through it yet.
Okay, so I'll explain what's in it as a bit of a refresher because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Alright, so, the book that Doc hands you, Q-Minos, is very old, at least, the book itself looks 20 or 30 years old, but some of the notes in it, especially the newer ones, are as recent as maybe 10 or 15 years. So it's been sitting around a while. And the notes are in regards to aspects of divinity. So not specifically about any particular god, it's just gods in general. You find notes on typical stuff, how worship works in Mistgard, observations that, faith and worship seem to give gods more palpable power in the world, but you also find notes on, or research notes on what seems like folklore. So, I think I mentioned previously, like folktales, like about the ferrymen and whatnot, how certain mortals in the past were elevated to the status of divinity. And in the margins of the book, you find notes about, or theorizing about how it's probably possible for a mortal to become a god. And you find all sorts of things that seem kind of unrelated. So we find notes on something like god jewels, and like divine champions, etc., etc. It's very, very. It's a mishmash of stuff. It seems very confusing. It seems disjointed. It seems like it's about a bunch of different things regarding gods and divinities. and aspects of worship. They don't seem like they're interconnected, and but they're not things that seem like they would be rare. Like it's very common theoretical stuff. But seeing it all in one place is a little interesting.
Somebody's put in a lot of effort to get it all together, kind of thing.
Yeah, so somebody went to a lot of effort to compile this information. Like it's information that's out there, but seeing it all in one place is, yeah, it's a little disjointed.
I suppose this is interesting. It definitely feels to be someone's passion project by the feel of it.
Well, we just found it down there, I guess, and I don't know what to make of it, really. So, you can probably keep it.
Very well done. I suppose I will hold on to it if that's the case.
Really? It's handwritten, Q minus. Roll me? Perception check, please.
Gotcha.
I wanna see.
Bang.
Oh, okay. That's good. So, with a 24 Q minus, the handwriting, it looks very familiar.
Oh, my favorite.
You've seen that handwriting somewhere before.
Duly noted. Can you like place a specific example of where from or not? Or is it just a feel?
24. The scribbles are kind of, I wouldn't say difficult to read, but it resembles the handwriting of a particular doctor.
That's what I kind of figured.
But hey, you know, handwriting analysis isn't exactly a reliable science, so
This is true.
could be just your imagination.
Yes, it does certainly seem to be rather interesting.
Well, alright.
I think I'll take a read through it.
Okay. Tell me if you do find anything particularly useful in there.
I will keep it in mind.
He just walks off.
Goodbye for now, then.
Waves. He just starts standing outside.
Indeed.
So how much time do you think has passed now?
About an hour or so.
Alright.
Is Myiari still hucking pebbles?
She's actually not hacking pebbles anymore. She's just sitting on the bench. With or is Mate still there? Yeah, Mate's still
Yeah,
there.
no, Mate would be keeping her company, through some form of LED showing. Mate would probably ask if, like, never mind. Mate's probably just still gonna be. I was trying to think of a way to word this. I can't. Mate's just gonna doing his standard, just like asking for pets.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Myiari will actually take Mate up onto the bench and set it right here. Just kind of like, you know, sit there with her hand, just idly patting Mate's dome. Actually, Croux, you do, while you're still working, yeah, you do kind of notice, she does show Mate a little bit more attention than is, than is normal for most people. Whatever. The way she looks at Mate's kind of the same way Croux kind of looks at most machines, kind of like an idle fascination and an implicit understanding.
Duly noted.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you see her fiddling with Mate a little bit, just you know, running her hands over various parts, inspecting them.
It's by it is at that point that Crew's attention has shifted from work with occasionally checking on Myiari to Myiari occasionally shifting back to work, just like you know, he trusts her, but also he doesn't really know Myiari, so there's just like a bit of concern of just like you know, hopefully she's not gonna try to fuck around.
I mean, if Croux is that concerned, you can roll a sense motive with perception if you like.
Yeah, I think I will. I think we will
Alright,
do
go
that.
ahead.
Public, right? No
Yeah.
blind.
That is hilarious.
The glass is too
Let me
thick.
just sure. Heads yes, tails no. I'm not hero pointing that.
All right then. That's
All
really
right.
funny.
Alright.
The concern is palpable.
Yeah, the concern is very palpable. Croux gets the impression that, yeah, she's fucking around with the machinery.
Yeah, Crew's just going to he's just gonna quickly put down like his pen, because you know he's working on the formula right now, and just lots of writing by this point, I'd say. And he's just gonna quickly move a little closer, try to get a bit of a better look, make sure that there's nothing make sure that, you know, Mate is still fine. I'm gonna say that Mate is either facing Myiari or sort of like down, kind of at an angle where Croux wouldn't really be able to see Mate's face, just to make it that little bit better. And that fucking one. And yeah, we'll we're just like, I hope Mate hasn't been giving you too much trouble, Myiari.
So, when you step out of the greenhouse, you see her tapping a pattern on the bench, and Mate seems to be repeating the pattern.
What kind of a pattern? Just so that like
It's like kind of like Morse code. So she's just tapping a pattern, like, and Mate's repeating the pattern.
Oh, okay.
And when
Resting inch.
when Myiari sees you step out of the greenhouse, she doesn't seem to think anything is amiss, or think that Croux might be upset. But she smiles in your direction. Oh, no problem at all. Just playing a little game, I think. And she stares at Mate, kind of unsure of whether or not they're playing a game.
Nate's just gonna smile blankly. LED smile.
Construct started making tapping noises, and I started trying to interpret them and just kept doing it. I don't know if it means anything, but your creation seems to be quite intelligent.
Oh, thanks.
One of my older brothers is a mechanic, so he's worked with similar things before, but nothing this advanced. So this is an interesting change of pace.
Yeah. Yeah, worry instantly gone. All that remains is ego. Listen, you can't be a fucking YouTuber without having an ego. Even if he is a bad one.
And Croux, you see Mate go back to tapping a pattern, and Myiari tries to imitate it. And
Would it be reasonable to say that Croux knows like binary?
Yeah, no, I'd say it's reasonable. He's an engineer. I also think he'd probably programmed and coded Mate himself.
Yeah, he programmed Mate, so.
Yeah, no, he'd know binary.
Would Croux recognize the tappings as like, like Morse code / binary?
Engineering lore, please.
You got it.
This check will be easy.
You say that.
Don't give roll a 1. Yeah, no, you got it. Okay. Yeah, interestingly enough, it is not tap code or binary at all. And it seems more rhythmic than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a song, actually.
Croux just going to like tap on like his own hand and just like in rhythm. Well, I think he's trying to sing.
Myiari tilts her head to one side. Oh? Can they do that?
I mean, I did kind of implant a speaker into him when I first made him, but I mean the tappings, there's definitely some kind of rhythm to them, and it's not binary or Morse.
That definitely fascinates Myiari a little bit. Have you tried creating a creative musical program in his routines?
No, I don't remember ever really trying to teach him.
Huh.
Oh, 1 second, I just heard the doorbell ring.
No worries.
Beep.
I'm gonna wait until Ferret gets back.
What's Ash doing?
He's probably watching TV.
Gotcha. The late night entertainment.
Yeah.
Not even late night, it's only like 9 p.m. Or no, wait, 7.
Wasn't it
7.
6? Yeah.
It's like only 7 p.m. So not late
Cartoon
night
Network
TV.
Cartoon Network hasn't even switched to Adult Swim yet.
Yeah.
Crew. Okay.
Alright, you're back for it?
Yeah.
Alright, so Myiari will look between you and Mate.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard some of the programmers and engineers in the Tinkers Union mention it before, but I've heard that AI programs can evolve, so perhaps your little friend picked it up from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably did. He's always been a smart little guy. Croux says, just like, you know how like some pet owners will just kind of start smushing their like dog or cat's face.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he's sort of doing that to me. Just obviously no smushing is happening because he's a ball of metal.
Well, if your little friend has an interest in music, you should encourage it a little. Who knows? Maybe it'll do it more.
Yeah. It's just sort of like a simple arithmetic beat, right? Right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nothing really complex. It's kind of like a drum beat on like a music track. It's just like, very basic.
The all-mate band. The Mate Symphony.
You can install like a synthesizer. make his own music.
Also, DG's here comment in there. I wish Mate was squishy. Well, lucky you. Down in the description below, this website does not exist. You can buy your very own Mate plushie.
I wish.
You can make adjustments to the octopus plushies. Add extra limbs.
Really, we all wish Mate was squishy.
So, do what you want with him. Throw him at the wall. Toss him in some milk. Throw him at the wall after tossing him in some milk.
What?
It's yours.
Anyway, Myiari stands up, picks up Mate, and carefully places Mate onto the ground. Well, if you need your construct for any assistance for your work, you can take him back now. I'm feeling a lot better.
I'm glad to hear it. Though Croux actually just going to bend down and ask Mate. What do you say? You wanna accompany me while I get some work, or do you want to stay with Miss Myiari for a little longer? And Mate /R1D2 is going to turn around to Myiari.
Oh, does he want to spend time a little longer?
Yeah. Definitely seems that way. Croux is hiding the fact that he is hurt by this.
Crew heartbroken, oh no.
His son picked someone else.
Yeah, Croux sad. Myiari will bend over and pat Mate on the head. Well, alright then. Only a little longer. Don't want to stay away from your creator too long. Definitely might need your help in there at some point. And she'll smile at you, Croux, and flash you a wink.
Yeah, for sure. Alright. Be good while I'm gone. You hear? Also gives Mate a little pat on the head. Alright.
Yeah, Myiari will wave you off. And she will babysit your construct for a bit.
Woo! Free babysitting!
Yeah, free babysitting!
And yeah, with that, Croux going to also wave by, and much more relaxed now. Get to work.
Nice.
Alright, that's that. What is doing now?
Well, Doc's probably just after wandering around for a while, we're gonna walk over there. Sorry, Nate. Ash?
You called him Nate!
I can't
What the
get it out of my
fuck?
head.
He's gonna look at him weird, like, who?
Who's Nate? Are you going crazy right now?
Yes, indeed, I am.
Must be somebody he ate.
Maybe.
Would be a perfect time to use the other name. Just kidding.
Oh no, you would have been stopped with a punch.
So yeah, I guess at this point, it's getting pretty dark, and Doc just kind of like peeks his head out the door to see what's going on.
Doc, you just see Myiari, I guess, with a mate sitting on the ground next to her. They don't really seem to be doing anything. She just kind of, I guess, playing with mate in the same way a person would play with a dog or a cat.
You see,
Mate knows how to play fetch.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what she's doing. She's got a stick in her hand and she's throwing it, and mate's retrieving it. But because mate's got pincer legs, it's either kicking it around or grabbing it in his claws and rolling back towards her with it, like, you know, kind of woven in there. It's kind of weird. It looks very awkward.
I guess he slowly approaches.
That's what I get for not giving Mate the initial modification of manual dexterity.
And he'll just say, what's going on here?
Myiari will glance up, and carefully take the twig or stick out of, I guess, mate's lobster claws. Oh, nothing much. I'm just babysitting mate while Croux is doing some work in the greenhouse.
I see. And Doc, currently on his face, he just looks very nervous. Like it's
Trey.
very clearly obvious.
Trey will stare at you. Do you want me to, go somewhere else while you two have a chat?
He just whispers, you don't have to.
You know what? I'm gonna go somewhere else. I think you two need, you have some stuff to work out, so, yeah, good luck with that. And he'll poof back into the house. And just to note, he is fully manifested right now. Like, not in wisp form. So you see him through the glass door, and he's got this big shit-eating grin on his face, and he's just waving good luck at you.
That's just like, ugh. I hate him sometimes. Oh yeah, he just walks up and is like, do you mind if I sit with you for a bit?
Sure, go ahead. And she waves to, the bench over here.
Yeah. He just goes up and, yeah. It has been way too eventful of a week.
Well, like I said before, I can't imagine everything you all have gone through.
Because the time that was spent last week down in that place, it was a real eye opener for me. And I'm sorry for keeping it all from you, but it's just maybe you could understand why I'd want to keep that hidden. At least in the early days.
Myiari is quiet for a little while. Like, it's a little uncomfortable. I'm not upset over you not telling me. I'm more upset that you didn't feel like you could. But I understand why you didn't say anything. That's kind of a big thing that I think most people would freak out about. So I don't blame you in the slightest. But it does explain some things.
Yeah. As far as I can remember, since when I first found myself in the wilds, I was just nothing but a blob. And for the longest time, I was just wandering around aimlessly. No recollection of anything whatsoever. Yet, I have a strange ability. Yes, it's gross. You can probably already guess what I mean by that.
He makes a face. Yes, I think I get what you're getting at. I don't need to know details, quite honestly, but, no, I get it. But, even knowing what you are now, it doesn't change what I think of you. You know why? No. Do you know why I decided to be your friend, even as unsettling as you were back then? Because, do you know what people say about you? My friends say about you.
I can probably guess. But sure, tell me.
Everyone calls you the Vulture. It's not your official title, it's a rather unflattering nickname. Everyone calls you behind your back. They call you creepy, unsociable. People find it hard to approach you, and they tell me all the time that they think it's weird that I'm your friend. That letting you hang around is not good for my social status. Not that I care about that anyway. And I never thought of you as creepy. A little eccentric, but everyone's a little bit eccentric in some way.
True.
But I became your friend because, as selfish as it sounds, I thought that you might need my help, or you seemed like you could use some help, and so I did. I mean, that
Probably did.
Well, that probably makes me an awful person, but at the time, I thought I was being nice. But then I saw the things you were able to do. You seemed very intelligent. Had valuable skills, and with a little bit of nudging, I figured you'd go places. And she waves her hand in a vague gesture. In the last 3 years, you've done a lot. You went from working for Waylon to being an errant in your own right, and how many ranks have you gone up in 3 years? You're a silver rank now, and in all that time I've only gone up 1. So, it's quite impressive, all things considered. At some point, I think you might even surpass me.
Yeah. My life has certainly improved a lot since I met you. Because if I hadn't, who knows? I might still be doing the weirder things I've been doing late, like back then. So I'm definitely very grateful for that. Otherwise, things may have ended up differently.
You don't need to thank me. It helps to have friends, even if only one. And she glances aside to the light streaming from the house. Although, you seem to be getting better in that regard. I don't know if you consider the rest of them friends, but maybe it's worth a try?
Well, I feel like it can be worked towards. There's still a lot of work to be done before we can get out of the situation and just relax.
That would be nice. But I want you to know I respect you a great deal as a colleague. And your skills are probably better than mine at this point. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I think you'll go places. And thinking about how much progress you've made in such a short amount of time, I can't help but feel a little bit proud of you.
Yeah. He smiles.
Although, if to be fair, and she smirks a little bit, you did sort of cheat a little bit. And she doesn't, yeah, from her expression, you can tell she doesn't mean that seriously. It's kind of a bit of a joking manner.
Yeah, he just like, he goes a little bit like, what else am I supposed to do?
Well, I'm not going to tell anyone as long as you don't. Your secret.
True. Is that lots of people have weird abilities. They either help the world or use it selfishly for themselves. And me, it's always been a mixture. I'm trying to lean more towards helping people. And I think so far it's working out pretty well.
Well, as long as you're making decisions that you won't regret, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy with what you're doing. And if I have to be honest, I definitely didn't seem like the kind of person that wanted to hurt others. At least when I met you. And the fact that you're using your skills to do some good, hard to not be happy about that.
Yeah. Still, though, thanks for everything.
She smiles. You're welcome. I'm just doing what any friend would. And let's be honest, where would you be without me?
Are you still doing the things I got in trouble for in the past?
Everyone needs to make mistakes sometimes. You just had the good luck to not need to make those mistakes.
Yeah. I got a future to work towards now, though. I'm happy.
That's good.
Even if I had a little help from the guys. Through unintentional means.
Well, no matter what you decide to do, I'll always be proud of you and happy for you.
And I guess I just continue sitting there for a bit.
And at that point, Myiari will just smile, get up, and then pick up mate. Well, if you'll excuse me, I think I should bring this little guy back to his creator. I think Croux might be missing him a little bit. He didn't say it, but I saw the look on his face.
Good. You're his new favorite, huh?
I didn't know constructs could have favorites, but I think mate enjoyed having a little away time. Sometimes people, and I suppose constructs to some extent, need a little time on their own to grow. Bends over and reaches down to pet mate.
At least it's a lot more stable when I first saw it.
Hard to believe that this thing couldn't explode.
Oh, it has. Trust me, it has.
Anyway, I won't keep you if you have any work to be done. I still have one more day off before I have to get back to my patrolling at the beginning of the week, but if you need my help for anything, I'm always around. And, between you and me, I think the next couple of weeks are going to be very, very busy. Yeah, you know how it goes with the rescue contracts. There's going to be more of them popping up soon. So, be prepared for it.
Yeah, I might pick up a few this week too.
Well, if they do, and I'm around, you know the drill.
Gotcha.
Take on the
Work
same
knowledge.
contract, split the reward, just like the old days. And she'll pick up mate and carry it back to the greenhouse. I'll see you around.
Yep. Goodbye for now.
Croux, you see Myiari haul mate back into the greenhouse, deposit mate at the door, and then shove mate inside, kind of like a nudge.
Immediately upon the nudge, mate just starts starts rolling up to Croux and, in typical mate fashion, bashes into the side of his knee. Not hard enough to do any damage, but it's still a relatively giant metal ball ramming into Crew's knee, so just immediate, just flinch, like the knee buckles a little. Thanks for walking him back.
No problem. We had fun. Do you need medical assistance? You look like you got hurt there.
I'll be fine. I'm used to it. I really need to fucking eat you to stop bashing me in the fucking leg. He's saying all this with like a smile, but still
Oh.
very obviously in pain.
Well, if you don't carry around a first aid kit, I highly recommend you do. You seem like you get into accidents often. And then
I
she'll...
just need to check my own oh shit, I actually am trained in medicine.
Yeah, you are. And yeah, she'll just wave goodbye and walk off.
Yeah. It was just like, huh, that would be a good idea. And just shrugs it off with a maybe later as he plops Nate on the desk and gets back to work.
Man, a guy who works with hazardous and dangerous materials all the time does not have a first aid kit.
Imagine. Truly imagine.
I don't need a first aid kit. I have the doc.
And also, you have mate who can do healing explosions, so that kind of works out. Except when it misfires, then that's bad.
I mean, there is also just like, oh, I see you have a minor cut on your arm. Revs up, mate, like a lawnmower. Let me fix that for you.
Alright, who else would like to do stuff for this evening?
Probably all I'm doing. Doc's probably just gonna go to bed.
At like 8 o'clock? Or not even 8,
Oh.
it's like 7.
Well, probably read and then go to bed.
Okay.
Duncan is going to have a drink because it's not that late, and he has a little money to spend. And if he picks up anything interesting, that's nice. And if anyone would like to join him, that's also nice. So he doesn't have to go out onto town by himself.
I'll join you.
Please do. We get to hold hands and look fabulous together.
So
In the
you
tech
guys,
night drip.
you guys are gonna go out drinking?
Yes.
Alright, so... Did you guys want to go to the saloon or like a different place?
Do you have a different place ready?
I do not, actually.
I'll go to salon.
Saloon.
Alright. Hang on, let me deposit you guys there. Oopsie. Oh, you're all here. Hang on one second. I have to delete some.
We are erased from existence now.
I am lagging so much.
Unfortunate.
Sorry, let me deposit you guys. And I have to. Oh, there's some tokens here that I didn't have before. Huh. Sorry, 1 second, let me. Who is going to be here today? Let's see. Sorry, I apologize. I'm just throwing down some.
That's alright.
Boys at the bar.
What a nice spot.
It is, actually. What's that anime-looking group to the right?
I don't know. You can't see them yet.
Fine. Duncan tosses open the door while striding in.
Oh. What a way to make an entrance.
I mean,
Get the attention of all the anime girls.
that's just the way of things when your strength is high.
Okay. Don't break the door. I don't want to pay for that.
Fling open the door and nearly break it off
I'm
its
not-
hinges.
I didn't say I'd be fucking breaking it. I'm trying to move my token, but the game informs me that it's currently paused, which makes it a little hard to do.
It shouldn't be. Hang on. Right now.
You good now?
Thanks. That's better.
It's weird. It does that
It
sometimes.
collides with at least one wall. Thank you, Pathfinder. So, can I do this then?
Yes.
Yes.
You can
Yes,
do that.
yes I can.
You can also use
Duncan-
the arrow keys if you want.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to actually do that, but unfortunately, it was paused.
Try WSAND.
No, it's fine now, because the game is no longer paused. Anyway. Yeah, we're just going to head our way in. The common room is not on fire the moment we walk in, is it?
It's early in the evening. It's, I guess, dinner rush. So it's a little crowded. But you know, they're still seating.
There you go.
Okay. All right. I guess we're going to look for a bunch of seating. And I guess we are going to have our seats by the window
You want
out here. Well, I mean, I'm going to have my seat by the window. If you want to put yours somewhere else, you're welcome to do so, of course.
I guess I'll sit you.
The grid's being a bit of a nuisance, but I can't help that either.
Like, if you want to actually place your token on a chair, click your token and start to move it, hold shift and let it go on top of wherever you want to set your token. You want to go off grid? There you go. Alright. So, after a couple, after a minute or so, a hostess comes by, and asks if you guys are ready to order anything. And she will take your drink order or any food order.
I think we're good on food, but I will have a drink, and so will have my friend here.
Okie doke.
And gestures at him. He's not quite used to the huge sword selection, so just get us whatever is good out in this way.
Alrighty, and the waitress just kind of like scribbles the notes down, and yeah, alright, two house specials coming right up. I'll be back with your drinks in a moment. And she wanders off. And let's see. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna take
pretty
a
messy.
gander around.
Oh,
Perception.
Yeah,
Are you
go
scouting
ahead.
for this?
Yeah, you can use scouting. So if you're using scouting lore, you'll be kind of watching people's behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
You're people watching.
13.
That's low.
That's very low.
I'll hero point that. Dang.
Crit.
Whoa!
The reverse.
Okay. Alright, 31. That is a crit success. Okay. Alright, Ash. So, there is a lot of information that I can give you, so I'll take it one at a time. Alright. First thing you notice is, although it's pretty busy, it's a nice mix of clientele. Quite a few, I guess, normie folks.
Mhm.
But a decent chunk are errants, finishing their adventuring day, I guess, coming back from contracts and just relaxing, hanging out, talking about stuff. You know, and some of the faces are actually familiar. You remember them from previous day. This is a really popular watering hole, so people come here a lot. Creatures of habit and all that. So, among the faces you recognize, aside from the bartender, you recognize the group over here.
Mhm.
3 of them you've seen before previously, the day before, and on the airship.
Mhm.
The other 2 haven't been with the group in like the last couple of times you've encountered them, but Ash has been in Sunshale for a while, so he knows that they are part of their team.
Mhm.
Ash doesn't know their names offhand, but you know, doesn't really know too many people without looking them up.
Mhm.
And then let me move this over. This guy over here, you also recognize. That is Poe Ravencroft, one of the proprietors of the magic shop. And he seems to be here. It's kind of weird seeing him here at night,
Mhm.
because normally he runs the magic shop at weird hours.
Mhm.
He's there during the day. Sometimes he actually runs it late into the night for no inexplicable reason. It's kind of weird that way. And then let's see. When your gaze goes this way, in this part of the saloon, you notice one person who's doing almost the exact same thing you are. Scanning the room, watching people like a hawk, paying very close attention to their movements, their demeanor, the things that they're saying or doing. So somebody who is very sharp when it comes to observation.
Mhm.
And you recognize him as a guy that you've seen around town on occasion, but don't really know him by name. Only by appearance. Because, the hat and red poncho are pretty distinct.
Unmistakable for somebody else.
Yeah, hard to mistake him for anyone else.
Mhm.
But, you've seen him in the field a couple of times. He's definitely an errant. And, that's what you're able to find out with your very high perception roll.
Okay. He'll just face back towards Duncan after observing a little bit. I'll definitely keep his ears out for hearing others.
Duncan scratches at his jaw in thought. I wonder what it is they have been up to as of late then. Maybe they've also found treasure troves full of old and abandoned industrial ruins. He doesn't sound very sure.
Are you talking to yourself?
No.
Talking to me?
Yes. This is usually where you might weigh in or share your thoughts. I mean, I'd love to hear them.
What were you saying again?
Duncan
Ash
wonders
spaces
what those people you've been... Well, not spying on. Those people you've been noticing, he wonders what they've been up to just get back. Have they also been finding treasure troves full of ancient, ruined things?
And the ones in the corner over there?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I don't talk to them at all.
So if you guys want to eavesdrop on conversations, that would be perception checks.
Not even really. I'm just trying to get some words out of my good friend here, except I'm getting met with blank stares. What's Ash's charisma?
It
Zero.
is 0.
Yes, I had that impression.
Nobody in the party except Q Minos really has charisma. Croux
That's
has a
just
little.
not true. That's just not true. Duncan has plenty.
Well, the other guys. Q Minos has the highest, but he comes off as like kind of standoffish. And Croux
He's
has...
persuasive, he's not personable.
Yeah, he's not personable. Whereas Croux, I think he has like a 14 or 16 in charisma, and he's like the most outgoing of the party, but still socially awkward.
Yeah, I have a 14.
Yeah. Everyone else has like 0. Doc just comes off as creepy. Ash is not talkative at all.
I will admit Croux was supposed to be more like outgoing and talkative, but that's a problem of me versus my character.
Alright, so what are you guys doing? The server actually comes back and places your drinks on the table. And then walks away.
Thank you. Duncan looks pleased.
Yeah, it looks like a locally brewed beer.
That's good. That is ideal. Duncan will take it up. He will look at Ash and say, don't you feel a little bad for bringing the kind of ghostly undead nonsense as we have to people like these? Because they are good people, I gotta say.
Make it sound like it's my fault.
Do you really have a habit of making the worst of any situation? It's not your fault. I didn't make it sound like it was your fault. I'm just saying. I'm a little disappointed. It's these people we're bringing those sorts of evils on because I would prefer they don't have to deal with that kind of thing.
No, that's just how it is. I prefer that, nothing bad came of anybody. That's not how the world works.
Duncan will nod all sorts of vaguely and take a drink of what he has there. Does anything immediately stand out? Does anything happen during the time that these two are drinking here? I'm going to be a little chatty with whomever serves here because I have a good diplomacy modifier and I am not scared to use it.
Alright.
Nice.
So if anyone mentions any interesting information gossip otherwise, and I would in fact like to hear it. But it is, of course, not a great priority.
Alright, so, while you two are chatting over here, you do see, like, the lone guy from the table over here get up and walk over to the bar and order more drinks. And then, while he's doing that, you see the ladies all chatting amongst themselves. And yeah, if you're eavesdropping, perception check, please. Like,
Okay.
Listening to conversations.
That's fine. That's fine. I will do that.
Wait, whose perception check is that? It's like Ash rolling.
Fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you
me.
rolled? Okay. 25's high. Alright.
There is nothing between occultism and performance.
So, click on your token, and
I'm
it's
just gonna
under...
pretend.
It's in attributes, not skills.
It's under
Yeah.
attributes, perception.
Oh,
There's
fuck.
perception's not like a separate skill technically. It's like it's a general, like, everything skill. Perception is like the king of all skills in Pathfinder, and fighters get very, very high perception. So you can go ahead and click it.
Yeah, that's the issue. There we go.
Actually, oh yeah.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Nice. Natural ones for all today.
You can
Cool.
hero point it.
Hero
You guys have
point that.
hero points.
This
So-
is
Yeah.
just not worth the hero point. It's honestly more funny than annoying.
Okay.
True.
Alright, yeah. Duncan, it's kind of loud in the saloon. So it's kind of hard for you to separate the bits of conversation. It all kind of muddles together, and it's hard to pick out specific details. Ash, however, being, the avid people watcher and being, sharp-eared half-elf that he is, you're able to pick up a little more. So, from the table over here, while the tall gentleman over here is grabbing drinks from the bar, the ladies are talking amongst themselves, and they seem to have had a bit of a successful adventuring day, but not from taking on contracts. Apparently, this group has been participating in the tournament, and actually, so the way the tournament works is that you get points from completing contracts, engaging in combat with other errants or other teams, and participating in different events around town throughout the month. And the ladies actually, they don't look it, but they've apparently been engaging in combat with quite a few other errants. And you hear them kind of talking about how their last fight went. Went okay. Apparently, these two, the redhead in the middle and the white-haired guy over here, they've been dealing with other matters for the last little while. Family drama stuff from the sounds of it. While the other three have been, holding the fort, or holding down the fort in Sunshale while they've been away. And then other bits of conversation that you hear. Apparently one of them, I think it's her, yeah, this one over here in the corner. You hear her complaining about all of her performances at the casino have been cancelled for the month. Which is a nice break for her, but a slight annoyance. And Ash, you recognize her as one of the main headliners at the casino. She is. What does she do? Hang on. Is she a violinist? Hang on, one sec, I forgot. Yeah, she is a violinist. who performs at the casino every once in a while, a couple times a month. And yeah, all of her shows for this month have been canceled, mainly due to tournament stuff, but also, hey, it's a vacation for her.
Mhm.
So, so she can participate in stuff. And yeah, they seem to have been doing pretty well. And you hear a couple comments here and there about all the weirdos, the influx of weirdos coming into town, and it's probably going to be more to come in the coming weeks. But they're happy to have a head start on earning themselves points. So, yeah, there you go. And you can hear them discussing strategy on who they're going to challenge next, or whether or not they're going to take on some contracts for the rest of the week. That's what you over here.
Alright. He'll turn back to Duncan and relay all that, since you were interested in knowing.
If I'm honest, Duncan scratches at a fairly poorly shaven jaw again. That actually sounds nice. Even if gambling makes a bit of a face.
So, Ash, the lady in the corner over here, this one,
Wait.
the bard, that would be her over here.
Yes.
I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah.
Mhm.
Her name is Lyra Stepford.
Lyra
Yeah.
Stepford.
And she is a bard and a violinist at who performs at the casino.
Not really a fan of bards, so I guess she's okay.
Yeah. And she's part of a team called the Sirens, who are all female except for, this guy.
This dude.
Yeah, this dude.
Pray for him.
Yeah. From watching them for a bit, being the only guy in the group, you can kind of tell from his expression he is definitely out of place, and he has a very tired, exasperated look on his face the entire time. He's just sitting there quietly, patiently, sipping his drink while the ladies chat around him. Doesn't really pay them too much mind. You have no idea what he's doing there.
Guess it's the struggles of having friends.
Okay.
I guess we can buy him a drink. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll buy him a drink.
Buy him a drink. Okay. And then you also see this guy, the guy from the corner, leaving.
Heading out.
Yep, he's heading out. Alright, so Ash, bartender, sees you approach the bar and flashes you a smile. Hey, good evening. What'll you be having?
Say 1, 2, 5. Just get 5 house specials. And you can set them over there.
Oh, which table?
The one
This
in the
one?
corner. Yep.
Oh, house specials? He peers over at the table and makes a face. aside from the gentleman over there, the others, they've been drinking something else the entire night. They're more of the, pretty cocktail kinds of people.
Pretty.
Yeah, those kinds. I don't think they're beer drinkers.
And whatever suits them is fine.
Alrighty, let's see what I've got on hand. And the bartender does, some fancy bottle twirls and whips up 4 very colorful and probably very sugary fruity drinks and pours them into cocktail glasses. And then hands them to a server across the bar and brings it over to the table. And can't quite hear what's being said, but the waitress or the server glances over their shoulder and kind of hear the words, courtesy of that gentleman over there, nods to you. And
we're not looking over there.
The 3 that you've seen before, they recognize you immediately. And they perk up. And the one in pink waves you over excitedly.
He'll begrudgingly walk over.
Oh my god, I'm gonna hate myself for this. 1 second.
Oh no.
Ozzy.
1 second, give me a minute.
Oh no.
The blonde in the corner. She'll smile at you. Hey, we've seen you before, haven't we?
I guess.
And Lyra, the only one whose name you actually know, she's a lot more reserved, and she'll stare up at you. Oh yes, I remember you from the Sky Coach, was it? Pleasure to see you again. And the one on the lady on the left, she seems to be chewing a wad of gum in her mouth. She stares at you unimpressed, blows the bubble and pops it. Like, oh yeah, I definitely remember you. Howdy. Been a while, it seems. And the one in pink. So, how are you? Why are you, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to the free drinks, but I have to wonder why. Did we do something, or you want something?
No, it's more of a congratulations thing. I overheard y'all talking about your completed contracts.
Lyra will smile and shake her head. The last one we completed was the other day. Ever since the tournament started, we've been going a little light on the contracts, trying to engage in a few duels. The other gals kind of enjoy that sort of thing. She'll pointedly stare at the girl across from her. Like, what? What are you looking at me for? And she'll stare at you. So, are you participating in the tournament too?
I've yet to sign up.
And are you?
I guess I plan on to.
By yourself, or you got a team?
I wouldn't say a team. Probably do it by myself.
She looks disappointed. That's too bad. Would have been. It would have been so fun to just run into you in the tournament. I can't do Valley Girl. I am sorry. Oh well, maybe we'll
We
see.
need to
Maybe
do
we'll
what
see.
we need to
Fine.
do. What we need to do is get you a pair of UGG boots and some extremely overpriced Starbucks, and maybe you'll manage.
Well, if you do sign up, I'm sure we'll see you. Be real fun to maybe challenge you to a duel.
Consider that fun. Yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind.
There's a couple of amused looks around the table. But the lady in the middle.
Challenging people to duels, and I'm not invited.
The one in the middle, she looks kind of exasperated.
Mhm.
Desiree, you can't go challenging people like that out of the blue. It's not polite. And immediately you notice her accent's a little different from everybody else's. She is not from Sheridan.
Can I tell from her clothing?
Oh yeah, yeah. Roll me a fashion lore.
16.
Yeah, that's enough. So, the one in the middle and her companion next to her, their fashion style is seems very much from Albion, from what you can tell. Mainly like the
Perfidious.
yeah. So it's yeah, just from like the patterning, the style, it's very much Albion fashion, autumn wear kind of stuff. Because it rains a lot over there. So she's a little overdressed for Texada, but hey.
Looks down at itself.
The woman in the center smiles apologetically at you. I really do apologize. She's a little overexcitable.
You are more than fine. You are more than fine. We went here to meet some people and, well, enjoy the beer, actually. We are most definitely not going to complain about people being sociable, are we?
Are you next to me? You're over there. There you go. Oh. When did you get here?
He's been there the whole time.
Why would I not be there?
Anyway.
Hmm.
Yes, please excuse Desiree's behavior. She gets a little overexcited.
It's alright. I used to have friends that are too boisterous, I guess.
Lyra will stare at you, Ash, and the space around you. You're alone today. Where's the rest of your group?
They are at home watching TV, sticking to their own thing. You watch Duncan shrug a bit. I don't think they get out all that much, honestly.
Homebodies, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Desiree in the corner will look very disappointed. Aw, your hot friend's not here? Oh, I was hoping I'd see him today. She pouts, kind of, and gives you puppy dog eyes. And
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Duncan squints and says, I bet you say that to all the boys.
you see Lyra roll her eyes. Yeah, she does. A little boy crazy, this one. She jams her elbow into her friend's side. Ow! What'd you do that for?
Which hot boy? I know two of them.
The tall one, the dark hair.
Tall one, dark hair. Never seen Cuminus's hair.
Hi. That's annoying. I'm alive again, thankfully.
He was sort of busy today.
So, what brings you over to our table?
I was hoping to get to know the fine people out this way a bit and unwind a little while after, well, a long day yesterday and a bunch of time spent today making sure that I could be good to my own people also. It's nice to have a little time off. Everything nightly, Duncan will say.
At the mention of nightly, she'll glance aside to her companion here, who smirks at you a little. And, he's dressed very much in knightly attire. Or, well, he's not wearing his armor right now, but he looks like a knight. Or the knightly sort.
Nice. Duncan isn't very good at actually being a knight, so we'll offer him. Like, is he any level of close at all?
Huh? What's that?
Is he at all very close to Duncan?
No, he's like sitting in the back of the booth, so no.
Fine. Fine.
He's like
Fair enough.
wedged in there. He's a very big guy. He looks very cramped. He's squished
Okay.
in there like a sardine.
That's one reason why Duncan is going to sit in a corner. Duncan will notice this and say, I know, I've heard it, alright? At least I'm trying. Someone's got it.
Well, if you're looking to make friends, I'm afraid you've come at a bit of a bad time. When tournament season's coming around, everyone becomes a little bit preoccupied with their own dealings, ourselves included.
That's probably going to be me as well in a little bit of a while, Duncan will admit. But then again, I'd hate being so competitive that I will be making genuine enemies here.
Yeah, like, talk to us any other time and we'll be happy to chat, but right now, a little busy.
Duncan will keep his thoughts to himself. Because clearly this is the place to be genuinely busy at. Well, alright then. If you are involved in such important business, then far be it from me to be one to disrupt that. I hope you do well for yourselves. If nothing else, it will be good to have some good and fine folk to compete against, yes.
This one This one cracks her bubble gum and stares flatly at you, Duncan. You know, if you're gonna ask something, just go ahead and ask instead of beating around the bush. Quit wasting your time.
Duncan grins a little. I was going to say some not very nice stuff, but that's not my character, so let's not do that. So it's kind of Duncan looking out and over at her and saying, I'm not quite sure what you're hoping to intend with this amount of rudeness, but I hope you will in fact get what you sought there. Ash,
Huh?
should we leave these ladies to their own business now?
This one's not
Nice.
even looking at you, Duncan. She's just kind of sitting there miming a flapping mouth with her hand, like talk, 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 talk.
Yeah, no, I got that impression.
Yeah, I guess we can go.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Exit Duncan, because if you're gonna be like that, I'm gonna get out. Goodbye.
And as you guys walk away, you'll see a couple of glares thrown in her direction. She just stares at them like, what? Weren't they boring you too? And you just hear a bunch of sighs and grumbles about how rude she's being.
The accents stand out, presumably. But yeah, fair enough.
Ash hides his.
Duncan doesn't. He has other stuff to do.
Anyway, anything else you guys would like to do?
Go and talk to this guy over here.
You're gonna talk to Poe?
Mm-hmm. Hello there.
So, Poe over here is sitting at the table reading a book. And he's by himself today. And you seem to be standing in his light, and he glances up. The eyes kind of sunken
Duncan
in a
is
little
not
bit.
joining this one because Duncan's not the kind of guy who bothers people trying to read books. Like, you can do that all by yourself.
Yes, how may I help you?
Closed early today?
Just taking a break is all.
I know I'm bothering you on your off time, but when are you open tomorrow?
Well, if you need something, I'll be opening up the shop again in about... Looks at his phone. Give me about 20 minutes. But if you're looking to stop by tomorrow, usual operating hours. So that'd be like 9 in the morning when they open normally. But if you're needing something before then, I can probably help you out.
Wanted to upgrade one of my cards.
See his eyes glimmer a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Very well then, I'll be sure to prepare the devices ahead of time.
Does he look very creepy?
He's very creepy. Like, so you know this because, hey, you've been in Sunshell for a while now. Poe Ravencroft is really fucking creepy. He is eccentric. And he kind of has this aura of death around him. He's not undead or a reaper or anything, Ash, but like he has this weird weird cold oppressive aura around him, and it frightens most people off. I mean, he's
Same
got the...
aura as Ghost.
Not really. Yeah, no, not really. He's just very creepy. He still runs like one of the best magic shops in town, but a lot of people, if they know Poe is there running the shop, they'll usually try to avoid him and only stop in when his partner, Langhorn, is in. But Langhorn is a professor of writing and Cheridian folklore at the university, so he's not in very often. So it's usually Poe. But they have some pretty good stuff at that magic shop. It's one of the best in town. Just dealing with Poe is a little off-putting.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually he has a raven following him around everywhere, and ravens actually kind of have a weird habit of congregating around the magic shop. Like, huge flocks of them. So it's a little off-putting.
I'll let you get back to your reading.
Of course. But as you're starting to walk away, he'll stop you. Oh, by the way, I got some new inventory in, if you're interested. So you're coming by tomorrow to upgrade your spell card.
What is it that you have brought in?
This and that. Myriad of things, but feel free to have a look when you stop by. I'm sure there's something that'll catch your interest.
Keep an eye out.
Alrighty then. And he goes back to reading.
I'm gonna glance back at him and he's ghost sight.
Okay. You don't see a ghost, but hang on, what do you see?
You should probably stop trying to talk to people to spare this poor woman from having to fake more accents.
Well, you don't see a ghost, but you do see a raven perched on the table next to him. You don't know if it was there the whole time or not.
Odd.
Not really odd. He has ravens around him all the time.
It's odd that I didn't see it before.
It's odd because this is kind of like a no animal companion establishment. They don't let animal companions in here. Somehow we managed to sneak that one in. All right, what else would you guys like to do?
I'm good. Again, I told you I wasn't kidding or anything. Just
You wanted to drink?
I'm not going to talk to more people because you will die. I'm pretty sure if you have to do more accents.
All right. So, did any of the rest of you want to do anything else for the evening?
Not that I know of.
No, Croux just not gonna be sleeping.
All right.
Doc's really just reading. Or not, ready for next day.
Hermione is also mainly reading.
Okay, so I'll just bring you guys back to the safe house.
Yeah. By the way, Ash didn't touch that beer.
He still paid
Anyway,
for it.
I just
though.
want to say that Poe Ravencroft is hot as hell. I just need that to be known.
Yeah, I swiped his art from Bungo Stray Dogs. that version of Edgar Allan Poe is actually hot.
You made him a hot anime boy.
I had
Oh,
no
no,
choice.
hot.
What do you
Anyway.
mean? Oh no.
Anyway, Doc, what are you reading for the evening?
Well, I'm determining if I want to do this now or not.
Up to you.
Why not?
Just because I don't want to take up more time than necessary. But if you're fine with it, he'd be reading Trey's spellbook.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me see what Trey's got in his spell book. Because I swear you've looked at it before. So let me just double check.
I mean, like, I know spells, but I was wondering if there's anything else in it.
Yeah, so I have notes. Where are my notes for Trey's spell book?
Just a few interesting tidbits.
Alright, so you have his list of spells. They're arcane. So like if you click on Trey's sheet, everything that he knows in his spell list, that's in the spell book.
Yeah.
Let's see. So they're all arcane. One thing you notice about Trey's spellbook is that he doesn't didn't. He's dead now. He doesn't really have a use for it. He didn't really use it exclusively as a spellbook. He actually also used it for taking notes, both observational and research stuff. Because hey, Trey is a nerd. So he has formulas for spell strike, ammunition, and elemental ammunition. There's some notes on Thulus, talismans, grimoires, and spell hearts. So basically a lot of castery type stuff. Here's something. So, towards the end of the spellbook, you actually find notes on Lilith.
Wow.
Oh wow. There's some observational notes about Lilith. He managed to, according to the notes, he kind of suspected that she was a succubus after a couple of weeks, and then actually spent a fair amount of time trying to figure out the details of Lilith's information trade by making use of subordinates. And basically used subordinates as guinea pigs. And what he was able to find out was that whenever they traded secrets, they forgot all knowledge of the secret they sold.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. You see underlined in red and capital letters, don't sell her anything you don't want to forget.
Gotcha.
And let's see. How thorough are you in going through the spellbook?
I mean, he's got a few hours.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume very thorough. This shouldn't be very hard to find. Let's see. Oh yeah, you find some schematics for an element shift weapon adjustment, or notes on it. So that's something you could probably give to Croux at some point. That's not that's not the unusual stuff, but what is unusual is about somewhere in the middle of the spellbook, seemingly almost randomly, is a couple of pages, sort of almost tucked away or hidden in there, and it details information about a ritual on how to effectively replace the person that a reflection is a copy of. So yeah, reflections are copies of people. So whether they come from mirrors or clones, or they're like another creature that is polymorphed into a humanoid form and got stuck that way, whatever. But yeah, no, this ritual kind of details the process of replacing that person and becoming the default, air quotes, identity. It's like, oh, you replace this person? I've always been this person. And the details of the ritual seem to indicate that if the original has to be dead, so they can't still be alive in order to replace them. And another note in there about said ritual is that people can't be aware that the original is dead. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And the ritual, if successful, will rewrite everyone's memories about that person. So you've always been the original. And yeah.
Very funny ritual you have there.
Oh, are you asking Trey about it?
I guess you just mentioned it to Trey.
Trey looks a little shifty about it. Oh, that... Pay it no mind. That was something I looked into a long time ago. I gave up on the idea of trying for it. You don't have to worry.
That's fine. Because I don't think you know who your original is, even, right?
No, but I thought about it. Eventually decided to be my own person instead of trying to replace someone else.
I see. Well, I won't pay that in mind.
Still useful information to have, but I'm not going to make use of it. Not that I can.
Gotcha. You do have some nice formulas in here, though.
Oh, yeah. It's what happens when you're someone like me. You dabble. You can give them to your friend out in the greenhouse whenever you feel the need. I'm sure he'd like to have a look.
Maybe I'll wake him up tomorrow. He's most
Whatever.
likely staying awake all night.
Whenever we find the opportunity. It's not like the formulas are going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess after that, that'd be like it for his day.
Okie dokie. Anybody else want to do stuff for the evening? And then I'm gonna start taking things a couple of days at a time.
Take nap on couch.
Alright. Okay.
Manus is primarily reading.
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna start taking things in like 4-day chunks. Just, you know, to expedite things a little. And if something important happens during that 4-day chunk, I will let you know. So, Croux, you're gonna be crafting for the bulk of the... Well, actually, normally it takes you 4 days. You can cut it in half, but you will be fatigued at the end of it.
I looked into it.
Yeah.
Coffee lets me ignore a bit of fatigue.
Oh yeah, it does. So yeah,
There's
you can.
going to be a small pile of coffee.
Yeah. But at the end of your crafting session, the only way to, like, because you can delay the fatigue up to a certain point, but then you have to
I only
rest.
lower it by 1.
Yeah. So you'll have to. You'll be kind of forced to actually rest after you're done crafting. So you can get that thing done in 2 days, but you're probably gonna have to spend close to another day sleeping or resting.
Yeah, that was my plan. I'm gonna use that day to like do a bit of shopping, pay off, actually go and do that, actually go and put some money into my debt paying off balance.
Okay. So if you guys are done for the day, alright. Tell me what you guys would like to do for the downtime over the next 4 days. So you can do a bunch of things each day, doesn't matter. Just let me know what you'd like to do, and I will handle it and kind of tell you what happens.
All right then.
So Croux, you're spending like the next 2 days crafting, so Croux will just be secluding himself in the greenhouse working on stuff. And I'll have you do the crafting roll in a little bit. What would the rest of you like to do?
I will first get that spell card, sign up for the tournament for solo, and then investigate for those last 2 hours on the first day, and then contracts for the last 3.
Alright, so... oh yeah, since you guys identified Poe Ravencroft, he actually does have... You guys can buy magic items, by the way, just outright. I'm just reminding you. So if you have the gold to burn, you can just tell me what magic items you want. Provided it's like common, you can just grab it. If it's uncommon, but because you identified Poe Ravencroft, like, you know, he has Wayfinders available for sale.
Those are very useful.
And Aeon
Those are
Stones.
very useful.
Yeah. So Myiari actually has a Wayfinder of Rescue. He's very handy. So yeah, if you guys want to buy Wayfinders, you can buy any up to item level 4 or 5 in terms of Wayfinders. And any Aeon Stones? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Aeon Stones.
Aeon Stones.
Aeon.
They're very useful. Normally Aeon Stones, in order to use them, they float around your character, and they can be easily snatched out of the air. To kind of negate that possibility, you put Aeon Stones into Wayfinders, so they kind of come hand in hand. So if you want to purchase any Wayfinders, you can do so. Poe has those available, as well as any Aeon Stones. Let's see. What does he have? He has some unusual things. So he has books of translation. So that's for language stuff. Oh yeah. Another thing that you can buy from him is the Raven Band. It's a magical item that allows you to understand ravens. And its activation allows you to cast Speak with Animals, but it only works on birds.
It'd be a funny item to have, though.
It's a very funny item to have.
How much is that?
The Raven Band? Let me see. It was 60 GP.
TGP. Okay.
Expensive.
Yeah. And then what other magic items does he have? Another one that's available is hang on. Is Merchant's Guile. Is this one uncommon or is it common? 1 second. Oh, it's uncommon, yeah. So the Merchant's Guile is an item where you can determine if an item is magical or not. So you know, it casts detect magic. What else does he have? Oh, this one's a common item. Bracelet of Dashing. That increases your speed. So he sells spellbooks, grimoires, talismans, fulus. Oh yeah, a couple of accessory runes, which are nice.
Those would be very nice.
Yeah. He also has the uncommon magic item Private Workshop.
What does that one do?
I'm checking right now because that. Way too expensive for me because I'm gonna be paying off my debt, but very useful.
Yeah. Basically, it just kind of creates a portable, extra-dimensional workspace.
Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Funny joke.
And it lets you craft with a +1 item bonus.
Let's see. I had like lists of items that would be useful for you guys that are magical. Oh yeah, for Ash, it would be like the boots of elven kind. Myiari gave Croux the alchemist goggles.
Mm-hmm.
And for healing
Oh.
stuff, healer's gloves, mask of mercy, those give you stuff for healing.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, so you can buy stuff, lots of stuff. But yeah, the special items that Poe has, yeah, it would be the private workshop, the Raven Band, and Merchant's Guile. Anyway. Oh yeah, Nate, remind me, what did you want to do over the 4 days?
Okay, so the first day was kind of split. Was go to the shop first, and then sign up for the tournament solo,
Okay.
and then the last day was search for information for the first day, and then the 3 days were the next 3 days were contracts.
Okay. Alright, so I'll handle those things one at a time. Alright, so for the spell card, did you have one in mind that you wanted to pick? Or did you want to just, you wanted to upgrade your script, English is hard! Okay.
Yeah, so I had to upgrade.
Oké, dan gaan we verder in het Nederlands. Vind ik helemaal niet erg.
I wanted to upgrade the Horizon Thunder Sphere,
To second level or third level?
second level.
Okay, so I'll make a note of that and I'll adjust it. 1 second. I won't do that right now, I'll do it later when I have time. Horizon Thunder Sphere, I'll upgrade that to, what was that, second level?
Second level, yes.
Yeah. Like, I know you guys aren't level 5 yet, but I will allow you to purchase up to tier 2 spell cards, which are 3rd level spells.
Yes.
Because technically you don't get access to those until level 5, but you guys are so close anyway, I'll let you have them. It's not bad.
Woohoo!
Wowee.
Second level, okay. So that's your first day, and then okay. So for registering for the tournament, so that doesn't take much. It's just like entering your name in the database. And essentially how the tournament stuff works, you will accumulate points for completing contracts, or by challenging and winning fights against other errands. And anyone you challenge, ideally you want to challenge people around your skill level. If you do, yeah, don't worry about that. They will be around your skill level. It's fine. And you get 2 points for hang on, I forgot how many points I assigned each thing. I have to look for it later. I'll let you know when I do. But yeah, performing different tasks earns you different numbers of points. But there's a little bit of a limit to how many you can earn per day. So I have to find that table somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. And your handle, God damn, I can't speak English today.
Je mag Nederlands met me meespreken, het is helemaal goed. Maak je vooral geen zorgen.
So, you're handed what's essentially, I guess, a dueling grid. Basically, it's just like a little device that allows you to set any boundaries for where you're gonna do combat, and also kind of ensures that there's no unnecessary property damage.
Right.
But yeah, so like if you manage to ring somebody out, that counts as a victory in your favor. So usually the people being challenged get to decide the terms of the battle. So the device allows you to set that any parameters. So and everything is non-lethal. So it won't actually hurt anybody.
Sounds good to me.
Well, you're gonna hurt them, but
You're gonna hurt them, just not lethally.
it's the Batman form of non-lethal. Yeah, you're going home like paralyzed from the neck down, your arm like twisting in 3 different directions, but you're still alive.
Alright.
But yeah, so the point accumulation period will go up until the 20th of Redfall. So that's how much time you have to accumulate any points.
Got it.
Let's see, so that's tournament registration stuff. What did you want to do on the second day?
Contracts.
Oh, contracts, okay. So what kinds of contracts did you want to do?
We'll do the
So there's a couple of
Ghost?
different ones. Yeah.
ghost one and can you name the other type?
So cleansing contracts are, ghost hunting ones. So resolving haunts and stuff like that. Okay.
Wow. Are you sure we're not playing Geist?
Not this time. Not this time. So let's see. What contracts do I have here? Okay, so one of the contracts is very simple, and it seems like almost a waste of your time, but the contract for ghost busting, I guess, revolves around you actually checking seals around the train station area. There's not really any details listed aside from making sure that ghost wards are still up and functioning to kind of prevent undead from rising, because that's a problem around this time of year. And roll me. I forget which lore it is that you have. Roll me. I think you're
Veil.
Veil lore, yeah.
20.
Okay, that's enough. Alright, Ash. So you go around checking the seals and you're not sure, but some of them look a little more worn down than normal. Like they've been tampered with.
Got some funny business going on.
Because like the seals wear down normally over time, and clerics renew them on a regular basis to make sure everything stays, where it needs to be. And there's usually the barrier gets broken periodically throughout the month of Redfall, but that's normal. You can't stop all the ghosts from, rising from the graves. But it seems like somebody's been deliberately tampering with the seals. And as of right now, it is not your job to repair the seals. It's mainly just your job to take note of them and report it to the local clerics, which you do. And that earns you... How much does it earn you? So you get 150 GP from completing that contract. And you get... And I'm gonna figure out how many points you get from that. So you go ahead and add 150 gold to your inventory, please.
50.
And then... What else? one contract. I don't know what the other one is. Yeah, the other one just involves investigating some possible ghost sightings around the lake.
I'll
Yeah.
take
And then for that one, you don't find any manifestations, like any big ones. It's just like the more... You find lingering ectoplasmic energy. So it's like the things that have not quite become ghosts yet. And those are easy enough to quickly disperse. You know, nothing huge. So, that goes without incident, and you get another 150 GP.
Let's go.
Wow. And that's another. And then your remainder 2 days is going to be spent finding information.
Yes.
Anything specific you're looking for?
More so on, let's say, the occult stuff. You know, because someone would have to be messing with those wards and seals.
Okay.
See if there's any local around here. And then the one on Quint. Continue that. See if anything's developed.
So, roll me another... So for the first thing... Oh, shit. For the first thing, roll me society, please.
We live in a society. 18.
Not bad. Okay. So, in regards to the occult stuff, you don't find out too much. What you do know is that for someone to tamper with the seals, especially knowing what's happened in Sunshell in the last couple of years, not a smart thing to do, A, and B, to do something like that would have to be very, very malicious, because for one thing, there's not a lot of people who would do something like that, because Nissa, who is what is she? She is a bit of a fixture in town, and she's a grain nymph, and technically she is a nymph queen. She is very much tied to the land and Sunshell. So tampering with stuff that kind of fucks up the environment in various ways, and in this case it would be kind of like the spiritual environment and energy and stuff like that, it would make her very, very sick. And nobody wants to do that because the town kind of relies on her being happy and healthy. Otherwise bad stuff happens. So if somebody's tampering around with seals, it's either they don't know or don't care. But as far as who would do something like that, don't think anyone around Sunshell would be doing that or be capable of doing that, because this is the realm of necromancy. And then for Quint, roll me another... Roll me...
Scouting?
Yeah, roll me a scouting.
26.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay, so with your scouting lore... So, while you're having like your spell card upgraded at the magic shop, you kind of overhear what's his name, Poe, complaining about what is that? What is the thing that like old people complain about a lot? Oh, the neighborhood's kind of gone to shit recently. So, something
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So he kind you overhear him complaining about something like that with another shopkeeper that's come to visit that day. And what you manage to glean is that a lot of the smaller shopkeepers have been harassed recently. Like recently as in like over the last couple of months. And yeah, like racketeering. But none of the more prominent shopkeepers have been approached yet for whatever reason. They're not looking forward to it, but they're kind of half expecting it at this point. And what day is it? Yeah, so depending on when you go, yeah, so it'd be the 4th. So the 4th, you actually start hearing that like a weirdly dressed Gnoll has arrived back in town and started kind of causing a ruckus. And you get the impression that Quint is in town now and causing a bit of a fuss. So you're gonna have to be very, very careful over the next couple of days and weeks.
Focus on his location.
And that's what you're able to find out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll write some of the stuff down that I want from the shop.
Yep.
We can continue.
Yep. Alright, who's next? Who's doing what over the next 4 days?
Duncan will go and talk to people as it is described in the downtime activities.
Okay.
He is a knight errant, a fizzle knight. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out what there may in fact be to do for a knight over in this area out here. This tends to boil down to a diplomacy check if I'm not very much mistaken.
Yeah, it is a diplomacy check. Uh-oh.
Let's try not to roll a natural one this time, shall we?
Yeah, you can hero point it. I'm allowing you guys to use hero points in downtime activities. Normally you don't.
Nice. Okay. Well, it's not a nat one. How do I hero point it?
Right.
Let's just do it. It's a 6.
Yeah, so right click.
There we go.
And then
I found it, and that's much better actually.
My favorite thing about crit fail in good downtime activity, when you're trying to earn income and you crit fail and you're kicked out of town, unable to work because you just did such a dog shit job.
All right.
That is the base consequence for crit failing and earn income.
All right. So what are you specifically looking for over the course of the 4 days with that diplomacy check? Are you looking for something specific, or
If I knew anything specific to look for, I'd be following up on that. So no.
So like just general information, talking to people. All right.
Yeah. I might be a little theatrical about it if Duncan's feeling like that on any given day, but still.
Alright, so you hear similar information to what Ash overhears, particularly about smaller shopkeepers being hassled by goons. Yeah, so like there's like these roaming goon squads that'll just like make trouble with the smaller independent shopkeepers, and it's not sitting well with people. But like the smaller shopkeepers don't really have the influence or the means to really protect themselves from that sort of thing, whereas the more prominent shopkeepers like Poe, for example, they're former errants, they can handle themselves for the most part. So that's probably part of the reason why they haven't been bothered yet. Let's see. Another thing that you hear is You hear concerns over Nissa and Dion Daring's children. So Nissa and Dion Daring are the married couple that run the popular local cafe, which is Daring Delights. They have 3 kids. Their oldest is 13, so they're 13, 11, and 9. They're kind of free-range children. So their parents are usually busy working and doing what other stuff. The kids occasionally work at the cafe as well, but for the most part they're left to their own devices, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. They're well known around town for being mischievous troublemakers. They get into a fair bit of trouble, and you hear people kind of say that it's a regular occurrence that Nissa and Dion put up contracts or like arrange contracts to have people act as glorified babysitters for their kids, or hey, we don't know where our kids are right now, could you go find them and make sure they're not in trouble? So
You get a hunting contract for kids.
It's honestly kind of funny.
yeah, like Dion is a former errant himself. He's kind of like a local hero, but he's long since retired, and helps his wife with the cafe, so he can't really go out and retrieve his kids all the time. And keeping Nissa happy can be a little bit of a handful by itself. So there's been some concerns raised over the kids wandering around on their own, especially lately, with the stuff that's going on with what you assume to be Quint's goon squads. So that's a thing that's probably going to be a bit of a concern for the next little while. But for right now, no one seems to have acted on it. It's like, oh, we'll deal with it when it becomes a little more of a problem. Like right now, we've got our hands full. So that's what you're able to find out. And I think that's it for that amount of information.
I mean, if that's what I learn in 4 days, that's what I learn in 4 days. Sure.
Who's next? Who has stuff they want to do over the next 4 days?
I have stuff.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Well, same as Ash, which is get a new spell card.
Yeah, I think you told me you wanted haste.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I'll figure that out. So, you're replacing the current one that you got. Yeah, so it's just gonna be pay the difference between the 2 tiers. So yeah, you have a 3rd tier or 2nd tier spell card, 3rd level spell. Woo!
Yay.
Haste is fun. And what else would you like to do in that time? Because it doesn't take you too long to get a spell card upgraded.
Well, one thing I definitely want to do is Doc wants to trying to think. Okay, yeah, he wants to, for at least one day, pursue hobbies.
Okay, what hobby would you like to pursue?
Mainly, like, probably leveling up the lores and all that.
Okay. Any one in specific that you'd like to do?
Okay, so probably level up more, like either the anatomy or underworld lore.
Okay. So
Shady piece of shit.
So those 2 would require entirely different approaches.
Yeah.
So anatomy
Yeah, just tell
lore...
me what they are.
Okay, so anatomy
know.
lore. Anatomy lore, you can actually advance from just reading medical journals and stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very mundane. You can find stuff at like the library that you can look at. There's also dissecting stuff, which I don't know if Doc would want to do.
Funny.
you can dissect stuff and analyze them. It's weird and slightly creepy, but hey, that's the doc. For underworld lore,
Tell me about that one.
for that one, that would involve visiting a lot of your old haunts and talking to the more shady people around Sunshell, because Doc used to deal in that sort of thing. Still has some contacts, you know, who are of the criminal variety. So that would be that.
I could also pick up a new lore for one.
Yeah, you can also pick up a new lore if you wanted.
So therefore, I have a question, Fo.
Uh-huh.
If I was to, what's the best way to explain this? Like, learn tons more info from Trey.
Like, how do you mean?
If I could possibly get some lores that he knows.
Oh. Oh, what does he know?
Does he know?
Oh wait, I don't have it on his sheet. Hang on, let me find the actual sheet that I made for him and see what he has.
I'm pretty sure I can do that.
Because I think he has like academia lore, so like actual education stuff. Let me find him. Where is he? He's so far down my list. He has accounting lore. That's funny.
Oh, I thought he'd have something like suits lore or something.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He has that. That's his customized lore. So
Okay.
yeah, you can spend time asking him stuff about the suits and whatnot.
That's probably what I'd want to do, since he's a reliable information source.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and add that lore to your sheet and put it at I think expert.
Yeah,
Well,
also,
Trey-
I do apologize. I gotta head out a little bit early here.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Are you taking off right now?
Yeah, I probably gotta get going here.
Alright, before you go, what would you like to have Kumino spending his 4 days doing?
Reading all
Just
of
re-
the books.
You're just reading? Alright,
Reading everything.
I will resolve that.
Huminos is truly playing for the lore.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright,
Okay.
so yeah. Yeah, if you have to take off, feel free, go ahead. Yeah. Thank you for coming today.
Yeah, thank you for hosting. I gotta run though. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright.
Ooh.
And then after that,
Mm-hmm.
you want to possibly take a few of the rescue and recovery related contracts.
Okay. So these are going to pay out a lot. So the thing about rescue contracts is that they're not really reliable. When they pop up, it is random. And you only get them if you're in proximity. So, you know, Doc would have to be kind of wandering around town and like, oh, one might pop up.
Yeah. Like, that's what he'd be doing. He'd be doing his old thing where he would wander around more populated areas and just stand there like, you know, like what the rumors say about him doing.
He's a vulture, yeah, okay. Alright. So for rescue contracts. Alright, since it's still early in the tournament season, there aren't a lot of rescue contracts yet. So, you know, it takes a lot. It's a lot of nothing for like a day or so. But you do have one or two that pop up, so hang on. One of these is important. Where is it? Okay. So. Yeah, so you receive a rescue contract alert while you're just wandering around town. And Doc, when you get there, you arrive at the tail end of what looks like an errant duel. And the, I guess, victim is unconscious. So,
Oh no.
yeah. And like there's a bit of a crowd forming. So I'd like you to roll me a medicine check, please.
Alrighty then. Have to figure out. Okay. Let's see here. Would my expanded healer tools count towards this or not?
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Actually, no, it wouldn't. No, never
No?
mind.
Okay.
Because that's for
What-
treat wounds only, I think.
Okay, this
Is he
is for
not?
searching
Is
for
he not
conditions.
technically? Is he not technically treating wounds on the
Well, this is
unconscious person?
just for an assessment, not actually treating.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Let's see, what is the DC on this? Yeah, you make it. Okay. That one is 19. Alright. So, rescue contracts in Sunshale proper is extremely unusual. But yeah, having them pop up during tournament time is pretty common. So, Doc, doing a quick assessment, you're able to determine that the errant is unconscious, but what you're able to tell is that the symptoms look like an overdose of some kind of substance. And with a 21, you're able to figure out that it is an elemental overload from consuming a drug, the drug known as glitter, in its powdered form. And it needs immediate treatment before the elemental damage causes lasting harm.
Alrighty then.
I'm gonna need you to make another medicine check. You may use your expanded healer's tool for this.
He grabbed the shard.
He actually got the elemental cocaine.
Yep.
He got sharded.
You're pointing that.
That is a failure, actually.
Eat
Darn
him.
it.
Eat him.
Yeah. So, Doc, you're not able to, you're not able to figure out an effective treatment, and the errant soon goes into convulsions.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And
What else is there that I can do? What else?
all right, and then how does Doc react to it? Like, it's trying and failing.
I'm looking. Because okay. I don't know if it'd be safe to feed him a healing potion, because I don't think that'd fix it.
All right, so
But,
with your expertise, you know, when it comes to treating something like this, when it progresses, the condition English, when the condition progresses that far, the best way to stop an elemental overload is what is the name of the item? So the item is an inhibitor bracelet. Essentially what it does, it functions kind of like the magical disruptors. So there's two forms. There's the material essence disruptor and
I have the material essence disruptor on me.
yeah, they have a material essence disruptor and etheric essence disruptor. But usually the way to help treat or make it easier to treat an elemental overload is to slap them like the bracelet, inhibitor bracelet, onto the affected target to kind of slow things down a little bit and apply proper treatment.
Okay.
You have like an actual disruptor.
I got one
device?
from the labs. It's in my inventory.
Oh yeah, you can actually use that.
I use it on them.
Okay, so the disruptor is not quite what you'd normally use, but hey, in this situation it works. It usually works in a more area of effect type fashion, whereas the bracelet actually just, you know, affects the one person. Anyway, so you can roll the medicine check again. The DC is lowered.
It'd be funny if I failed again. Truly.
Yeah.
Crit.
You did not.
Okay. That is a crit success. Okay. Alright, so this time you're actually successful. And the convulsions stop, and you manage to stabilize the target. They're still unconscious, just not in any immediate danger anymore. And you manage to stabilize the target, and you stay there until actual paramedics arrive and transport them to the hospital. And the paramedics can take a statement from you. Tell them what happened, and that's that. Contract is marked as complete.
Am I able to identify the substance? Exactly.
Oh yeah,
I guess I was already told.
It is glitter. It is the powdered stuff. So hang on, let me. All right, give me. Yeah, you know it's glitter. But where it actually came from, roll me underworld lore, please.
Nice, nice. Gotta find it.
I run a campaign where underworld lore would tell you about the actual physical underworld.
True.
Somehow that seems a bit more foreboding.
I guess I wouldn't be able to pursue a lead on this.
You can if you want, because you've only set, I think, like the
I've
one.
set a lead on. I've set a lead related to this stuff before, if you remember.
Yeah. So yeah, you can pursue a lead on this.
Okay.
That is
I
enough,
could-
actually.
Okay.
You just hit the DC.
I will hero point if I didn't. This would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the DC was 17 if you were using Underworld lore. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, so Doc, you've been around for long enough to know that glitter has always been around as a recreational drug, and it's fairly similar to the energy mutagens that alchemists make. Instead of using alchemical reagents, it uses crushed up elemental crystals. So what usually happens is, yeah, they're more potent than energy mutagens, and they're usually geared towards specific elements. What they do is that it gives the person who consumes it resistance to one specific element, if not outright immunity, but makes them vulnerable to 3 other ones. So that's the drawback.
I
Yeah. So like they're more potent than energy mutagens, but they have more severe drawbacks and are highly addictive. And it usually sees a lot of use among errants.
Yeah.
And overdoses of glitter, they are called elemental overloads. And it is not good for people. So yeah, you've seen and treated a few cases before, because, you know, usually in the aftermath of either errant duels or people out on contracts and, you know, accidentally OD themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trafficking this substance is very common in Sunshale. Because being a border town, you have stuff going north, you have stuff going east and west, so it is common.
And day one of our adventure, we had a container of that stuff explode on us. So Doc would get a little suspicious, but it's also kind of normal because it's tournament time. So he'll probably just think of it as a occurrence for this type of season.
And is Trey with you?
Yes, he is with me.
Okay. So
He can weigh in his thoughts if he wants to.
what Trey will tell you is that so while most of his job revolved around overseeing stuff at the research facility, part of his masquerading as an errand also involved him overseeing operations in Sunshale, and the trafficking of glitter was one of them. And it was a significant part of how this branch of GenCorp in the suits financed their operations. And but Trey will tell you that while he had, you know, a little bit of involvement in that stuff, he didn't really pay too much attention to it. It was just a thing that was happening, and occasionally he'd, you know, check in. Didn't really pay attention to dealers, suppliers, or whatever. Well, technically they were supplying, but whatever. No, he didn't really pay too much attention to a product or where it was going and how much. So it wasn't really his job.
I see. And remember, I did tell him that we saw the lady on that day doing the stuff with the glitter. So yeah. Some things to think about in the future. I guess how much payment do I get from that?
Let's see. So payment.
More money yet.
I had to ask.
You
I'm
get
not doing
two.
this for charity.
So that one was really quick. That only, you know, lasts like 10 minutes. You can get paid like $250.
The guy whose life you saved didn't even tip, shaking my SMH my head.
He was unconscious. He couldn't.
He
Plus
should have woke up, reached into his wallet, gave you a crisp 20, and then went back to unconsciousness.
The Errands Association handles the payment for rescue contracts. So yeah, that's that. Anything else?
And as for like times where he wasn't doing the contracts, he'd be doing the usual investigations, probably learning what other people learned too, and still looking for William Enfield.
Okay, so so society roll, please, if you're looking for information/will.
I am good at those. Slowly. Apparently, I am really good at those. 1 off a
31?
crit.
Okay. So with the
I
31,
heard you for a 30. Might I argue it's a 32 due to a pursue a lead? Oh wait, no, that's only recall knowledge. My bad. Never mind.
Okay, so, with the 31, so kind of the same as the information I gave to Nate and Carhast about activity, and you're able to figure out very, very quickly that Quint is back in town, and yeah, probably not a good sign.
Yeah.
And as for Will, so Doc would know what he looks like.
He would know what he looks like.
Yeah. So from listening around town, and knowing what Trey knows about his schedule, Will occasionally spends nights at the saloon. Occasionally he's been spotted at the casino. But he's been all over the place in town recently. So finding him would be very difficult. And
So yeah.
Trey admits that he does not know what Will's number is because they both used burner phones, and of course he would not know the number. Plus, Trey's phone is still stuck on his body, which is in the labs. So good luck with that. But
Really unfortunate.
Trey will inform you that Will is a sniper, and he makes a habit of watching people and kind of observing, and
That was the dude?
yeah.
Yes, it was Nate.
Yeah, that was him.
He was in there.
Oops.
Well, Ash wouldn't have known because he doesn't know what
Yeah.
Will looks like. But
But Doc would have known if he went.
yeah.
It's
But
very funny.
Trey will also inform you that being a sniper, Will likes high places with a vantage point. So if he's in town, he'll probably be hanging out, around rooftops or anywhere where he can see a lot of everything.
I guess what Doc would be hoping for, like wandering around town, is that William would probably be watching and hopefully see him first before like Doc sees him or something. It's just a thought process.
Well, with a 31 society check, you get the feeling that, and Trey will also point this out, that if you want to catch Will's attention, who does not know Trey is dead and isn't really aware that, hey, you've stolen his face, if you want to get Will's attention, you're going to have to do something to attract attention and make it kind of obvious that you're there.
That's probably for another time then.
Mm-hmm.
But at least there's some valuable info that he's at saloon and casino. So he'd probably periodically check those places
Mm-hmm.
in the next coming days, but that'd probably be it for what I want to do for downtime.
Alright, and that is 4 days. So, for it, Croux manages to get the pistol done in 2 days. And Croux
The
is
formula.
really... Yeah, or get the formula done, and Croux is really fucking tired.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask because I agree that after those 2 days I should probably spend a day resting. But would you count doing easy repair work as resting?
I'm not too sure about that.
That's
sort
why
of-
I'm specifying like easy stuff, not like the stuff that would really be too difficult. Just like a quick, oh yeah, no, I just need like a change of wires or some stuff like that.
So that would require a bit of focus and attention. If you do that, I would probably have you take a penalty to your crafting check.
Can I ask how much of a penalty?
So it'd be... What do I have listed here for repair? So level DC I think is 19. So it'd be a -5 penalty.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah. The DC is still low because it's an easy job, but you'd still be taking it as a -5.
No. But
Because like the DC would be 15, but you're rolling at -5. Or DC would be 14, but you're rolling at -5. So if you want to chance it, you can. It's just it's a big penalty.
Don't need sleep, right?
you see, the thing is, I still have pretty alright odds.
Yeah, give it a try.
Attempt it. It'd be funny.
Yeah, do it. What are you scared of?
I'm way too susceptible to peer pressure.
What are you scared of?
I'd be susceptible too.
It's only a job. I'll get gold out if you do it right.
Alright, before I forget, first thing I want to do is actually, I just like to start paying off that. I just say, like, I'm gonna put, like, X amount of money and put that into the debt pay, right? Alright. I'm just gonna remove 128 gold and 7 silver.
Okay.
Which is not even a dent in the debt.
So if you want to
let me
make...
actually-
Yeah, if you want to make that crafting roll, feel free.
I do have hero points. And we can use them on downtime. This is repair work, so I get a +1 from my repair kit. I think I'm in possession of the... I am in possession of the wisp summoning array. I could get a metal wisp to help me.
It'd be very funny.
And it would be funny. I've convinced myself.
That's all you need to hear. It would be funny.
One second. I'm just going to quickly type up that I put in 128 points and gold paid. I am only missing 324,871 gold and 3 silver left.
Wow.
I love big numbers. Alright, yeah, fuck it. First, let me, roll the, 8 check from, let me see which lists have crafting. Does the electric list have crafting? It does!
Yep, they can assist with crafting the metal wisp.
No, the electric list.
Oh, the electric wisp. The metal ones have crafting too, I think.
Yeah, they do. But, you know, electric element, affinity.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Do wisps have anything for 8 checks? I forget.
What was that?
Do the wisps have, like, any bonus to 8 checks?
In
feel like
concert. I think When they roll
Right,
to
it-
aid, if they roll a success, it is a critical success to aid.
And on a critical fail, it's just a fail, so no penalty.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me roll the aid check from the electric wisp. That, I think, is a fail.
Yeah, it's a fail.
Unfortunate. Ah, well. Don't get that +1. Mate doesn't have crafting. Alright. So, I get a +1. Oh wait, no, I don't get a +1 from specialty crafting, but I do get a +1 from repair kit. I'm going to toggle the alchemist goggles for that +1. And I have a -5. The DC is 14.
The DC is 14, yes.
Right. Chances are still good.
Oh, fuck!
He
Wow.
did it.
Used to working on no sleep.
Okay.
He drank his coffee in the morning.
So yeah, you take on a couple of like really, really easy repair jobs, and on a critical success, you make 1.5 times the rate for like the easy jobs, or
The very easy jobs.
very easy jobs. So, how many did you take, or because like they're half an hour each?
Uh,
And the rate is per
I'll-
hour. 'Cause,
I'll say,
You're spending like
I'll
a
say I
whole
spent,
day.
like-
Yeah. So. Shit.
well, I think too, because yeah, I'm kind of doing, Crew's kind of doing this to rest, but I think he's still gonna spend like half the day just relaxing. So let's say like, basically just a work day, 8 hours.
8 hours? Okay, hang on. Let me-
I'd stick around, but I do have to be at work at the actual office for a change tomorrow, and
Yeah, okay.
we're a bit
I'm gonna
overtime, and I should just get out of here by now because I don't have that much time left until
Yeah, alright.
I just not have much sleep at all left anymore.
That's okay. I'm gonna be ending session soon anyway.
So good night.
Alright,
night.
bye-bye.
Good night.
Let's see.
Night.
So that's... And what's your crafting?
I have expert crafting.
Expert? Okay, so 10. Wow, okay. Croux, congratulations. You make 240 GP from all those repair jobs, and you complete it in half the time.
He's an expert at this.
Yeah, you did 8 hours of work in 4 hours, and you made a shit ton of gold doing it.
And he did it while tired.
You did it while
He did.
tired. So yeah, talk about a champ.
That definitely paid off in no time.
Immediately another 140 is going into the debt. My favorite mechanics in a TTRPG, debt. I say
least-
entirely self-imposed.
At least the deck collector set that came out.
And then I think for the rest of the third day, I'm pursuing hobbies counts as relaxing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like analyzing viewport videos, seeing just like the camera work they do, editing tricks to like make the cuts cleaner.
Alright, I will count that towards increasing your blah blah influencer lore.
Influencer lore.
So you'll
yep.
be able to increase that in a while. Alright.
Oh yeah. Another thing is I guess one day Doc will give you some of the formulas they found in Trey's spellbook.
Those formulas included
I probably wrote those down. But I did not.
Lithium.
Follow.
Yeah? What? Sorry, what was that?
What were the formulas that were in Trey's spellbook again?
So you have a bunch of formulas for spell strike cartridges. What else does he have? So spell strike cartridges. Oh, an element shift weapon adjustment. So basically, it would allow you to manually switch between elemental damage.
Ah, like the other choice for Shattered Illusions.
Yep.
And I guess during Crew's relaxed time, Doc gives those formulas to him.
Yep. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy down those formulas. If I can just, I'm gonna say for simplicity's sake, like the 4th day is just gonna be pursuing hobbies and writing down those formulas.
Okie doke. And is that everything everyone wanted to do for those 4 days?
As far
I
as
don't
know,
think
yes.
Duncan actually gave his downtime.
Oh no, he did.
Well-
He did. He was
Oh, he did?
looking for information.
He spent
Right.
all those 3 days just talking to people.
Imagine looking for information, truly a skill issue. Hey, by the way, I know how to make a gun.
Info? No, I just make gun.
Talk to people? No. I make YouTube. I pet the wisp. I pet the orb. I make gun.
You need to summon wisps more often.
I agree. Actually, some of the relaxing is just gonna be like letting us each of the summon wisps out to just get like some fresh air. I don't want them to be all cramped up in there.
Alrighty, so, if that is all everyone would like to do for those 4 days, I think this is a good place to end session for today.
Probably so.
Because there's some stuff that's going to be coming up, and I don't want to tackle it right now. Yeah.
Be
And,
prepared.
Yeah, that'll be session for today. And
Yay.
thank you for playing, guys. I apologize, downtime stuff is so boring.
Hey, Phil, you know something funny?
But
We spent 2 hours and 30 minutes on that evening of session time.
yeah.
And then those 4 days of downtime, the rest of it.
Yeah, I need to streamline this stuff better. I'm discovering that I do not like downtime activities. Oh, well, I'll figure something out.
I think the problem with downtime activities is that they are sort of just meant to be like taken care of in between sessions.
Yeah,
Probably so.
I might start doing that.